Hey there, and welcome to my channel. My name is Jordan, and I'm so glad you're here. Today we're going to be talking about 3 easy ways for you to improve your worship. So for those of you that are joining me here for the first time, what I typically do on this channel is post worship covers. I talk about gear, and I occasionally also, like this video here, talk about ways to improve your musicianship and your worship. If that's something that interests you, definitely consider clicking that red subscribe button and the bell to get notifications when I post so you don't miss anything. Alright, so this is actually the 50th video on this channel, which kind of boggles my mind because it doesn't feel like I've made that many, but apparently I have. So I just wanted to say a huge thank you to all of you that have been on this journey with me so far, whether you joined me here at the start about a year ago, or if you just hopped on this past week. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for being a part. And in the spirit of thanks, I just wanted to give back to you guys and say thank you. So I'm going to go out and spend some of my own hard-earned cash and bless one of you guys with something awesome. I haven't quite decided on what that is, and I am definitely down to listen for feedback. If you want to help me decide on that, definitely give a suggestion down in the comments below. So what I'm thinking, if you want to kind of narrow it down a little bit, I'm thinking of some kind of gear like a guitar pedal, which is applicable to a lot of different instruments, obviously guitar and bass, but also keyboard. I know a lot of you guys are musicians, or a microphone, or the other option would be for me to give away some free merch from the new online store that I just launched, which you can check out in the description below. And if you happen to like what you see, I am running a sale that I'm extending through the weekend, so you can get 20% off on anything that's in that store. Definitely check that out if you want to support the ministry. Alright, so on to our 3 easy ways to improve our worship. So the big reason that I decided to put this video together is because as I've led worship at several churches over the years, I've noticed a pattern in how a lot of the worship teams behave when they're up on the stage or in the designated worship area. I don't know if you necessarily have a stage where you're at, but there are some things that I've noticed if I were in that congregation that would make it hard for me personally to connect. And I think that is a huge element to worship in the modern church. I think these 3 things are so universal that they're applicable to whatever church you're in. So definitely give these some prayerful consideration. So easy way number 1 for you to improve your worship is to smile. Seriously though, what's wild is those of us that have the amazing opportunity to praise the King of the universe get up on stage, you know you have something to smile about when you have such an honor, right? So why not exude that? Why not be that example for the people that are looking at you? Because whether you like it or not, if you're on the stage, you're a leader. That means whether you're singing or leading the song, if you're playing lead guitar, if you're playing bass, if you're playing drums, if you're playing organ, somebody's looking at you, somebody's connecting with you at any given moment. That's an opportunity for you to exemplify the joy that you have. There's been actual research done on how a smile affects people's level of alertness or readiness to action. If you're interested in that and you're a nerd and you like that kind of stuff like I do, I'll have a link down there in the description also. Alright, so easy way number 2 to improve your worship, open your eyes. Seriously, it's cool to be in like a worshipful moment and just be like in the spirit and eyes closed, but when your eyes are closed, and right now you see my eyes closed, it's probably hard for you to really feel like you're connecting with me. When my eyes are open, I can look directly at this camera lens that I'm pretending is your eyes, and you feel like you're actually having a conversation with someone. You feel like someone's actually connecting and talking with you. That's a huge element that I think a lot of leaders miss out on. And I know it's awkward, I know it's weird, but that's actually something that I had to practice a ton because that's another element, another way that you can connect with people. And by connecting with people, that just makes your worship that much more authentic. And don't get me wrong, that's not to say that you need to deadpan stare at the same person for any amount of time, but just like a quick glance their way, just a quick kind of look, say, hey, I acknowledge you, I see you're here, I feel this, do you feel this too? Is huge. Alright, and tip number 3 is probably the one that's going to take you the most amount of effort, but I think makes the most difference. And that's to practice authentic worship in addition to practicing your part. So it's one thing to learn the music that you're playing, it's one thing to learn your guitar solo or your bass part or any of that, but take it a step further. Because you're a worship leader or a lead worshiper or whatever semantics you subscribe to, you're an example. And if the people that are looking at you as an example of what authentic worship looks like, then you have to show them that. And the only way that you're going to be able to show them that is if you practice that in your preparation. And again, please don't get me wrong here either. I think there's a ton of value in spontaneity, but I think that it's a reward of proper preparation too. So definitely take the time to prepare that element of your worship as well, because that's a huge element of what we need to do as worshipers when we're on the stage and when we're off the stage. Before I let you guys go, I just wanted to give you an example of all three of those things in action to see what kind of effect they have, even just watching me by myself in this room. All right, so I'm going to introduce all of these elements one by one, and hopefully you can see the difference.
I will build my life upon your love. It is a firm foundation. I will put my trust in you alone, and I will not be shaken. I will build my life upon your love. It is a firm foundation. I will put my trust in you alone, and I will not be shaken. I will build my life upon your love. It is a firm foundation. I will put my trust in you alone, and I will never be shaken.
So hopefully you guys can see the difference right there. And you can tell it looks like I'm having more fun when I'm moving around and my eyes are open and I'm smiling, right? And that's the point, right? Worship is a joy just to participate in, and we should be exemplifying that. Alright, so with all of that said, I really hope that was helpful. I know worship is a serious part of our walk as believers, and it's a serious offering that we're giving to God as we praise Him. But it's also something that should be a serious joy. And I think that's an element that gets lost to a lot of us, so I really hope this helped. And I just wanted to say thank you for being who you are. Thank you for letting me be who I am, and thank you for being a part of this journey with me. It's been a blast, and I cannot wait to see what's next. I love you guys a lot, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Be blessed. Take care.